Hello resellers, it is Rebecca the Reseller. Thanks for joining me today for another What Sold video. Today we are going to be reviewing sales from October 20th to October 26th. And I did not even count how many sales or what the total is. I am a lazy butt, but I had a good amount of sales. So it worked out well for this week and I'm going to share it all with you. So let's dive in. So I have found out about this brand. It's called Pact, P-A-C-T, and it's all organic cotton for the most part. There's some other fabrics mixed in. And so I actually started searching for it for me because I wanted to start switching over from some of the synthetic fibers that I've been wearing to more organic cotton. So for like undergarments, for sports bras, for leggings, for tops, like t-shirt kind of things, for like lounge pants. So I bought a bunch of stuff. I've made 2 or 3 orders and some of them are good for me. Some of them are not good for me and like my body type, like some of the shirts are a little short. I'd like for them to be a little bit longer. Some of the I didn't particularly like the sports bra or the leggings, to be honest with you, because with it being all organic cotton, you can see the sweat. Like, let's say your butt sweats, you can see your butt sweat, and I don't like that. And it's Florida, and my butt's always sweating, so I don't want to wear that out and about. So I actually bought a lot of things on clearance, which were really reasonable prices compared to like their regular prices. So I've only ever bought things on clearance, but then you cannot return them. So then you just have to sell it. So I put up a bunch of things that just did not work out for me. I have kept a bunch of stuff. So like if you're interested in this brand, it's actually really good. And I think I have a referral link in my Rebecca the Reseller resource guide. I'm pretty sure I put one in there because I really do like this company. It's just not all the items that I bought worked out for like me. But anyway, so this was a set. It was this, the sports bra and the leggings. And so it's a $56 retail value. I don't remember what I bought it for, but I sold it for $30. So I thought actually, because you'll see I sold a few of these items on here just in 1 week, like within listing it within a week, they all sold. There was a lot of activity on them. And so I'm like, oh, maybe I could buy on clearance and sell and do some online retail arbitrage. I don't know that it's going to work. If you find a way, you might want to look into it. Maybe if you used a discounted gift card or you got Rakuten cash back, or like there might be a way to finagle it. But because I offer a lot of really deep discounts, it's hard for me to think that that's going to work. So here I was just trying to recoup my money that I spent personally, but there was a lot of activity on this brand. And so I say this all because if you find it thrifting, it was a really good brand to sell. They sold quickly. They sold for good money. These were all new with tags. There might be an arbitrage opportunity to buy and sell, but I don't know that to be 100% true. That's not exactly what I did, but it's a possibility. Okay, so now that I've said all of that, there are a couple of these that will come up throughout the video. So that was Packed, so it's just a set for 30 bucks. Then you guys know I did get a McDougall formal dress palette, and so I'm working through that. I actually purchased another palette, so I'm going to be selling these McDougall dresses like crazy. They are selling for great money. So this one sold for $200. So I love that. This was a bundle of 2 scarves. And so I think, let's see. So it was $34. I wonder, this might have been where they just took like the 20% offer, which is why I always say you should have a 20% bundle discount off of 2 items, because lots of people just bundle 2 items and do the 20%. I don't know if that's what this was or if she sent me an offer. I can't remember, and I don't want to do the math. But it's 2 different scarves. I actually do have them on a 2 for $30 everyday promotion, which I've talked about on my channel in the past. I love everyday promotions. I'm actually testing out some new ones, and once I kind of have some data on them, I will be sharing them. This is an everyday promotion I've had for a while on my boutique scarves because I have several different patterns and colors and styles, but they're all about the same cost and they're all about the same price point. So that's the best part for an everyday promotion, is when you have a lot of items that fall into your same buy cost and your same list price, you can do an everyday promotion. So that was 2 scarves and I earned $29 on the 2 of them, so that was great. This one I put up because this PrAna, and so I'm gonna click on it, it sold for $24. I had them up for higher, then I had them up for $49. I have several different colorways. This one seemed to be the most popular, and I thought I had delisted it because I sold out of it, and it sold like 2 other times within the last 2 weeks, and I was so pissed because, you know, when you get a sale and then you're like, why did that sale happen? This should have never been listed. I sold out of it. And now you have to go and cancel the sale. It's like, I had the sale, now I got to cancel the sale. It's like the worst. So I just put that up there because if you are a boutique seller like I am, you may get out of whack with your quantities, especially if you're multi-platform. It can be difficult sometimes to kind of keep everything up to date. Also, I just am lazy and I don't always keep everything up to date. And so when you sell out, this is important to know because you don't want to let too much time pass. You want to get them right away and say, I'm so sorry, this sold out, I don't have this or whatever. So this would have been a $24 sale. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And if you want to know, because there are several items that I've sold in here about boutique, I just recently did a post. I've sold almost like just shy of $60,000 of boutique sales since I started. And that doesn't sound like a lot when you think about like, oh, well, you've been doing it 5 or 6 years or however long I've been doing it. But the point is that it's just extra money every single month that I don't have to do any work for. These PrAnas I listed probably 2 years ago, and I sell a handful a month. In the summer, in the spring, in the winter, obviously I sell more, but I just sell a handful of them. That's extra free money that I didn't have to do that work this month because I did the work previously. And so I put the listing up and I bought 12 of them or whatever I bought. And so I can sell it 12 different times or 36 times, however many I buy. And so it's just profit with no work, profit with no extra time. So if you're a part-time seller, it's a good option for you. If you're a full-time seller and you just want to like pad your salary with an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, which is what I usually do. Like some months it's like $1,300. I've never really been, with the listings I have for boutique, consistently over $1,500 a month. I would love to get it to that point, but it's not. It's really a solid $500 to $1,000. It's always within that range every single month. Trickle in sales from multiple different products, and it's just awesome. So anyway, I say that because I have a course. That course teaches you step by step how to do everything, and it has my vendor list of the vendors I use. That is in my best value bundle. So you can get the course on its own for 20 bucks, but I wouldn't. I would get my best value bundle, which has all of my digital download resources, all 4 of my courses, all for $20. So you can get that link in the description. Make sure you download the free reseller resource guide with all my free stuff. And then you can always get the bundle that has all the extra resources in there for you. Sorry, commercial break. So next one is another boutique scarf. So there's like kind of 2 types of scarves that I do, like these kind that are more like a cotton type. I don't know that it actually is cotton. Most of these are synthetic, but it's like a cotton type. And then the other ones are more like a satin silky type. And they all usually do pretty well. This is the other Pact. So this one's just the sports bra. It's not the set. Because I bought the sports bra multiple different colors. I just didn't like how it fit on me. Like I just don't have the exact body type for this type of thing. It just was not for me. Here is a boutique belt that I sold for $9. So that's good because belts are a classic kind of evergreen type of item. People will always need belts, and there's only so many kinds of belts, and there's only so many colors of belts, and so chances are someone might want to buy them from you. I sold these boutique earrings. These are like the turquoise cactus kind of boho southwestern type vibe. That seems to always do well on Poshmark, so I continue to source those types of things. I will say it's gotten less over the years. I think there are, places like Temu where people get a lot of this kind of stuff more cheap. However, there's many people that don't want to have anything to do with Temu, and so they will continue to buy it this way. So I still sell this stuff, but I'm not actively sourcing as much jewelry as I used to because of those kinds of market changes. But so those sold for $9, which, believe it or not, I still make a good profit. Boutique items can be very inexpensive. Torrid dress sold for $18. Torrid is not what it used to be for me, unfortunately. I think that this is one of those things that gets caught up in live shows a lot. People will go to a plus size live show and buy a few things and get them for really good prices. And so you're only getting now the people that don't buy in live shows, which I don't mind selling to those people because I don't like live shows. I don't want to buy that way and I don't want to sell that way. So I'm happy to continue doing this. But I definitely have seen a drop off with the Torrid. And it could just be Torrid is falling out of favor. It could be the Ozempic effect, which people have talked about, how people are losing weight left and right with Ozempic. And so they don't need their plus size clothes anymore. There's this oversaturation of plus size clothing on Poshmark. So there's many factors, and these are all really interesting variables to consider when you are a seller. So I am not actively searching for Torrid anymore unless I were to get it for like $1, which I usually do not. I usually buy it at my buy sell trade store locally and I pay like $9 for it. And I used to do really well selling it for $25, $30, $40, and now it's going for less. And so that's why I'm not sourcing that way anymore. This belt sold for $10. This was a good one. I have this in multiple colors and it always sells well, so I'm very happy with that purchase for my boutique. Here's another McDougall dress. This dress was highly flawed. So this one is not going for the kind of money that some of the other ones are going for. This one I sold on an offer for $75 and I'm still profiting money on this, a good profit, but it's highly flawed. So I'm just happy that I sold that sucker. Here's another boutique belt. This sold for $9. And so the way I have a lot of my boutique things, they sell for the same prices over and over again, but that's just a nice faux leather wraparound belt. Here is a boutique cover up. This one has done really well over the years. I've had it for many years and I have restocked it many, many, many times. And because this one has done well, then it inspired me to get different ones that are similar to it, but different, so that I can kind of capitalize on that. And that has worked out really well. So that sold for $20. I have them up for $49. It sold on an offer for $20 because right now is not swimsuit cover-up time. So I still want to sell them because I have a lot of them. I buy them in bulk. When something's proven to be a really good seller, I will then go deep on that item. These are the kinds of strategies I share in the boutique course, is like ordering strategies so that you can be highly profitable in the way that you do it and how you set up your orders and the quantities that you should order and the kinds of items that you should order so that you have the best success. Because boutique, you can get in big trouble. Like you can make lots of bad buys. I have learned many lessons. You can buy too much. Like you can make a lot of mistakes. So that's why I made the course, because I learned the hard way. Here goes another McDougall dress. This one sold for $175. Some of these dresses, you guys, are like 3.5 pounds, 4 pounds. Like that's how many beads and sequins and rhinestones are on these things. They're just insane. I think that's why people like buying them on Poshmark, because the shipping is a good price because it is so heavy. Chloe booties. So I don't usually do a lot of designer items. I've been dabbling with some designer items. I'm learning a lot of lessons. I'm not ready to share any tips or tricks yet because I'm still learning. I'm actually getting my butt kicked a bit, to be honest with you, because I made an investment in some designer shoes and I had intended this to sell for higher. I'm still making money on this. I'm actually still making a profit, so I'm very happy that it's profitable. I wouldn't sell it for a loss, but it's not the kind of profit that I was intending, but I also don't want to be sitting on these shoes that I really did pay up for like a very long period of time. So I get that money, honey, I go fast, and you know, they take a long time to sell is what I'm finding. So maybe I'm just not picking the right ones. which is very possible. This is a pure cashmere sweater, and I have had this for a long time. I can tell because this is in the 5,000 series, and I am in like the 8,000 series. This was 3,000 items ago, if you can believe it. It's insane. I still have some items that are in the like hundreds. But yes, so this one, they sent an offer for $30 and I was like, absolutely. I actually have sweaters for cashmere on a 2 for $60 everyday promotion. I have very few cashmere sweaters left. I used to love selling cashmere, and I would buy boxes from what used to be Jomar of just cashmere sweaters. And I wish I had stocked up even more, because now nobody really offers boxes of cashmere sweaters. So if you are a person that gets a lot of cashmere and you want to make me a box of cashmere sweaters, I will buy it from you, because I love selling cashmere, and it just doesn't come across me as much, especially because I'm not going to a thrift store every day. I'm sure if I did go to my thrift store and I just hit up sweaters like 3 times a week, I probably could get a handful of sweaters. But you know how many I would have to sift through, and then how many would be flawed and would be so disappointing when you finally find the cashmere sweater, and then you're like, ugh, this is, stained, ripped, the pilling, I don't care, I can fix that. But cashmere, there's usually a lot of problems with it, and so it's very unfortunate. Next up was this gorgeous full-length, like chocolate brown McDougall dress. Again, this sold for $125. These are just fantastic dresses to sell. I'm so happy with that palette purchase. That palette purchase was from a, like, on the side hookup. It was not from Helpsy, where I usually buy from, and I do continue to buy from them. I just bought a whole bunch of Banana Republic, J. Crew, White House Black Market, and Zara. I did boxes instead of a palette, just to kind of vary it up and get a few different brands going instead of like a whole palette of Zara. And so that was great. I still love ordering from them, but I did get presented with an opportunity on the side from like a small source. And so it's not anything that anybody can really take advantage of. So I would share it if I could, but it's not a big shareable thing. Next up is the PrAna pants. These have been great. This was a palette that I bought a long time ago, and the sell-through on this palette, I mean, the highest I have ever had. Higher than Zara. It was all new with tags, but these pants were insane. If you can get PrAna pants, get them. Like, I mean, I'm sure there are some that don't do well. My men's stuff is taking longer than the women's stuff, but oh my God. And these were all, like, these were short inseam. Then I had tall inseam. I had very few regular inseam, and they still sold like hotcakes. It was insane, like good prices and great sell-through. It's just, sell-through really makes a big difference on things. Here's another one. This was the tall inseam. They didn't sell for this. What did they sell for? Yeah, they didn't sell. They're not showing. This one sold for $40, because when it's a multiple quantity, it doesn't show you the exact price. These sold for $20. And I'm at the tail end. I have just one small bin left of the pants of just like the last few sizes. And so I think I'm actually out of the tall. And so I think all I have are gray and tan in the short inseam in a few sizes. I have maybe less than 15 left from a palette of 400 items. Like, insane. Insane. Here goes another McDougall dress. This one sold for $160, so that was an even better price. The great thing too with these is small sizes sell, plus sizes sell, all sorts of things. So it's great when you can find a brand where there aren't too many nuances, where just like many things sell. Here's another cashmere sweater. 'Tis the season. We're in October, and I mean, now we're in November, but I don't know when you're even going to see this, but this one sold for $20, and I'm fine with that. This one, again, is another old one at $5,600. That's an old item, so I'm happy for that to go. And then here goes the other. I don't know if I have any other Pact things listed, or if everything I listed had sold. I don't know, but I actually have a couple things in my closet that I haven't worn yet, which means I'm probably never going to wear them. And it's mostly because the tops are just not a longer length, and they're a short length, and I'm not a skinny belly girl. So it's just not the right fit for me. And so I should list them because these obviously did really well. So this is a gray sports bra. The other two were different colors. This one sold for $11, but again, it's only a $28 sports bra, but it's organic cotton. So like, it's a good price. Plus I think I might have bought it for $14. So I'm not getting all of my money back, but I couldn't return it and I'm not going to wear it. So it is what it is. Now I know what exactly I should be buying from them. Eileen Fisher pants I bought, and these were one-off buys online years ago. Eileen Fisher pants, like crazy. Like I feel like I probably purchased a half a truckload of Eileen Fisher just myself. I used to sell them on ThredUp when ThredUp was good, and then it wasn't. And so then I started selling them on Poshmark. And now I'm only really left with the smaller sizes, so they do take a longer time to sell. If you can get Eileen Fisher pants in a large or an extra large or plus size, you're golden, right? Those sizes do great. But anything that's like a medium, small, or extra small, they will sell, but they will take much longer to sell. And so I sell 2 or 3 pairs of Eileen Fisher pants a week, probably. So this one was here. And so did it sell for 50? Yeah, sure enough, it sold for 50. So that was a full price sale because I have them up for 50. So gotta love that. You never know when that's gonna happen. And then this one is a J. Crew. This one came in one of those recent boxes from Helpsy. I got a bunch of J. Crew. I'm very picky, and most of the time, I would not even pick this sweater because it's like a plain sweater, just a plain old cardigan that anyone can sell, and I usually am much more picky with J. Crew. However, I said, I've got everything down to a science now. I'm not doing my listings. My virtual assistant does my listings. I have my listing templates fast and easy for her. Like I know what I'm pricing it at. I don't need to do research. And my photos, it takes me, less than 2 minutes to do photos and stuff on items. And so it's like, really, I could put items up that are more common and charge a little bit less for them just to kind of pad my sales in the lower realm. So I have been experimenting with items that I'm not putting up for 50. This one I did put up for 50, but I have been experimenting with like Zara, White House Black Market, J. Crew, the Banana Republic I haven't gotten to yet. These kinds of bread and butter brands that I used to put up for 50 where it was kind of a stretch. And then I would plan to sell them for 25 or 30, which is exactly what happened here. I got a $30 offer. But I'm putting them up for a little bit lower now, and I'm willing to take a little bit lower because as I analyze, I'm like, I'm really not doing that much time consuming work. I'm buying them in bulk. I'm jamming out the photos in 2 hours, sending them off to my VA to like, I'm not really doing that much work. Before I used to do a lot more work. Now everything's kind of really easy after you've been doing this for a long time. You just do it and it's just easy and it's just not that big of a deal. And so I'm like, I could probably take a little less and that way I can make more sales by offering a lower price point than I have been. So I'm not trying to race to the bottom. I'm not trying to sell things for 10 bucks, but I'm willing to go a little bit lower than where I have been to bolster the total volume of sales, keep selling through my merchandise, and not sitting on it. So I'm kind of toying around with some things, trying to open up some things. So those were all the sales for this particular week. I hope you guys are enjoying these What Sold videos. Let me know in the comments what's been selling well for you, or if you have any comments or questions on the things I've been selling, go ahead and get your free reseller resource guide down below, and then go ahead and check out the best value bundle for only $20. All of my paid stuff you get for 20 bucks. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.